Hello, all. I have Mahesh Ravi Verma with me, and he has been taking personal coaching with me for 5 months. And to introduce you all, Mahesh is a senior tech lead in one of the reputed multinational company, and he is married and he has two lovely kids. Welcome, Mahesh. I'm very thrilled to interview you today.
Thank you, Niranjan. Thank you for the invite.
Okay. Mahesh, if I ask you, what made you to come to my personal coaching?
So, if I remember my a few months before how I was totally confused. I was in a state of total helplessness in terms of my profession, my personal life, my job. I had a job change recently. I had to shift my home recently. A lot of things were volatile and fluid in my life for last 1 year or so. So I was in a state of helplessness, and that is where I wanted a help.
Okay.
So that is where I think that is when I started to look out for answers.
Okay. Okay. So that was the reason which made you to come to my personal coaching. So if I ask you, Mahesh, how has your journey has been with personal coaching with me? Please go ahead and tell us about it.
I think started the coaching for the last 5 months or so, right? And
Yes.
correct. And initial few months were basically to do or everything to do with the thought process and how to mold my basic thought processes, and that had made a very, I would say, deep and long lasting impact in myself.
Okay.
My outlook towards life itself has changed a lot, mostly in
Okay.
terms of very fundamental thought behaviors. So
Okay.
that is the, and for which I think some techniques that you had suggested, like incantations,
Hmm.
the thought process that you are the cause in the matter,
Okay.
and learning to love myself.
Okay.
These are the few things that I can
Yeah.
directly recollect.
I agree.
Changed a lot, and had made a very positive impact in my life and my in the life of people around me also.
Okay. So can you please elaborate a little bit about it?
So if you look at a Mahesh who was maybe 1 year back and a
Okay.
Mahesh now,
Okay.
I can probably contrast these two Maheshs or the
Okay.
identity of these two Maheshs in a very stark manner.
Okay.
I
Got
was
it. Got it.
very right. So I was uh, I was confused. I was
Okay.
less confident. I was anxious. I was having unknown fears about I don't know what all things I was fearing, and
Hmm.
and I was in a totally directionless manner about my life, my career, my profession,
Hmm.
everything, relationships.
Hmm.
So now, if you contrast that to the current me or the current Mahesh,
Hmm.
I see I have a lot of self-esteem now.
Hmm.
I recognize that I love myself a lot more.
Right.
Be proactive about taking actions, about
Hmm.
what I think is right and what I think it should be taken some action upon. I am very
Okay.
proactive in taking actions. I
Okay.
feel so energetic, and I feel that life has to something more to offer, some more juice in it. So
Okay.
that is a then basically that is a difference.
Okay. So if I ask you, what are some key results that you have got so far, and what are those for people who are watching this interview? They would be keen to know. Okay. So could you please tell us?
So if you look at my fundamental thought patterns, I was never a person who really accepted myself
Okay.
for what I am. I was
Okay.
always a person who was comparing myself to others.
Okay.
And I was a person who is always too critical about myself.
Okay.
I would say that I was not in love, but probably because too much of love or the wrong type of love, I was too
Yeah.
critical about
Yeah.
myself.
Many times, what happens? People keep judging themselves and also others lot, and they become too critical in this process. They take too much hard on themselves.
And being too critical and self-inflicting, I would say. So
Yeah, that's the right word. Yeah.
and that is a real painful state to be in for any person.
Yes.
I would say that any person, nobody should be in that state.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Yeah, the
That is
self-inflicting inflicting ourselves is very, very dangerous, because without we being conscious of the impact of it, we keep inflicting ourselves by so many circumstances. And I fully agree with you, and I can sense the kind of harm it would have cost you.
Yes, and
Yeah.
not
So
me,
then, what
right?
happened afterwards?
So the so-called self-inflicting or self confronting or self-critical thoughts
Okay.
actually not only harmed myself, but the people around me, my wife, my children, the people who work with me. I always projected these problems on them
Mm-hmm.
and always thought that the situation is something which is the wrong thing and not me.
Okay.
I'm just unlucky to be in this situation. So that will lead you to total helplessness, and there is nothing to be done there because it's not you who has to change, right?
Absolutely.
So that is the thought process I had.
Yes.
And after that, after coming to your coaching, 2-3 specific incidents or specific impact points, I would say, were taking being yourself the cause in the matter.
Okay.
That one session had made a lot of change in my life.
Okay. So can you elaborate a little bit about it?
So for example, we always had this very stressful week. I think most of the people, viewers can also relate to this.
Yes.
We all have been Bangaloreans and having a very hectic work schedule during weekdays.
Correct.
Weekends are some time when you try to relax, but if you have a family specifically, you may not be able to do so. So
Correct.
that's the time when the stress build up even more.
Correct.
Right? Now, typically what would happen is you would shout at your kids. You may not shout out to your wife, but you want to do that, right? So, and you, even though you want to do that, you cannot do that for various other reasons.
Agree.
But still, that pressure is building within, and that will naturally leak out and create a very bad atmosphere at home. And naturally, with a unrelaxed mind, when you go back to your work on a Monday, it will also spread to your people around you, because naturally or very naturally, it is a fact of the nature that these negative thoughts which you carry will naturally get spread around. And if I can do something about it at my home, at my place where I have full control, that is where I thought this thought process, that be the cause in the matter, that hint or that key that you gave me actually helped me a lot.
And how did you implement it, and how fast you could see the change in that?
See, there the second thought process that you gave to me was see what the people around you really need or want. Act based on what they need, not that what you can give, but rather what they need. If you can give, for example, the situation might be demanding that I am looking after my younger daughter.
Okay.
Or the situation might demand that I just cook for that day, or I do the dishes, or just so that my wife can maybe take rest or relax a little bit, so that at the end of the day, you are happy.
Okay.
She is happy, children are happy. Ultimately, I'm also happy.
Absolutely. That's what everyone wants, because what I strongly believe is when your house is in order, you can bring order even in your job and everywhere.
Exactly. And that is one very, very crucial turning point I had in this coaching session I had with you.
Okay.
Where I was trying to fix my home, which was out of order.
Okay.
And that made a big impact.
Okay.
And that naturally reflected in my career, profession. I was a happier engineer at my office just because I was a happier husband at home.
Okay. And you were not able to focus in your professional job also, because you were had certain issues at personal level also, right?
Right. So whenever you are dealing with a personal situation,
okay,
my focus was, oh my God, something has not completed at office. So you are here, but your focus is there. when the other way, when you're at office, you're worried about, oh man, my home is out of order, or my children are not recognizing me or understanding me.
Yeah.
You are worried about something else where you have to act about something else.
How did you, if I ask you, like, how did you change that? Because this is a very important question for many, because in the job, they're either thinking about their personal matter, and when they're in the house, they'll be thinking most of the time about the job. How did you bring that kind of focus in the both? Can you just share a little bit about it?
I think we had during our coaching session, we had a discussion about techniques like Pomodoro or 25 minutes of focused attention, complete 100% commitment on what you do.
Okay.
That kind of techniques, which
Oh, that 100% commitment.
yes.
Yeah. So I think that 100% commitment, can you just tell a little bit more about it?
So
how it helped you?
Right, that Pomodoro technique or 100% commitment, that mechanism where you are not really allowed. Initial days, you have to force yourselves to do this way because your mind or your survival mind will not allow you to do this. Let me warn you, right? So initial days, it will be difficult. But what happens is, what you are trying to do is, for 25 minutes, you are only working on one specific problem you have at office. If you are at office, right? And after that, you take a 5 minutes break. But till that 5-minute break, you are not allowed to do anything else. You are not allowed to think about anything else. You are not allowed to act upon anything else other than the problem at hand.
Okay.
Now, if you continue doing this and if you practice it, the work efficiency will naturally improve. You will produce better results. You will produce quality results, and your attention is only there. You will be a happier person. You will naturally come to that flow state, as some psychologists tell.
Okay.
Right, flow state of that work, and you will be performing at your peak.
Okay.
But after that window of 25 minutes or 30 minutes, you are totally out of it. Now you completely context switch and do whatever is important after that. Then whatever is important now, I do it after that.
Okay.
So the moment I started following this at office, it made a very, very, very big impact in the quality of the work.
Okay.
Naturally, I was a happier engineer when I returned home.
Okay.
Right. And at home, again, although you cannot probably follow a 25-minute rule, but for example, when you are spending time with children, play with them 100%. Just enjoy your time.
That's very important. That's very, very important, because they will also be needing you, and the kind of the whole experience. Hope you would have experienced it, isn't it?
Yes. For example, as a specific incident, I can share you some very interesting thing. So in the early mornings, earlier, maybe 1 year back, I used to worry about, oh man, how I have to reach office, finish these 10 things. When I'm at office, at home, I used to worry about office. At the same time, now what I typically do is I get both my daughters to oil and get them to bath, and we all three of us bath together. And we have a very fun time, so that the bonding is improving. I am able to enjoy the situation, the time with my children, my spouse, and they are also able to.
And at the same time, your performance, the job is also increasing, right?
Yeah, it's a win-win.
And relation with your people also, right?
Relationship is improving, work quality is improving, work efficiency is improving.
Very nice, very, very nice to hear, Mahesh. See, this is what happens, many times people have personal challenges, and the biggest issue with most of the people is they don't approach the experienced people who are really undergone the challenges, the real experience, and rebounded, bounced back. So it is always very important to approach the right mentors and right coaches. And do you recognize that in your case?
Oh yes, in fact, I would say if you were to state that question in a slightly different manner, if you were to ask me what are few things that I would like to share to my viewers in terms of an advice, or not an advice, I would say as a tip,
suggestion.
Suggestion. Yes. What I think is, everyone has problems. I think every human being has some or the other kind of problems.
Okay.
The very first step in solving it, that is to address that there is a problem.
Yeah.
First, you recognize that there is a problem. Second thing, be humble enough that you ask for help. The help can be in terms of various things. It could be in terms of a book. It could be in terms of an idea. It could be in terms of a habit. It could be in terms of a mentor. But the advantage with a personal mentor is that whatever we discussed earlier, like habits, ideas, experiences, everything is condensed into one person's life. And he is giving his digested information in a time-bound manner, so that you can take specific action and get specific results out of it.
Okay.
So that is how I thought. And I definitely got a very positive result out of it. That is why I would suggest a personal mentor to any person in that sense.
Yeah, because so many information is available today. People can go to YouTube, people can read self-development book, but I think approaching the personal coach is very, very important.
And
And
I
I
think
hope, go
since
ahead.
you spoke about, say, a lot of information is available around, I
Correct.
think yes, information is available around, but the wisdom to use that information at the right time in the right manner can happen only through a person.
And also the key is to take the action, isn't it?
Yes, and there should be somebody to prod you. Maybe
Absolutely.
not everybody is capable of taking that action every time.
Yes. So what I normally, many times I say, the strategy has to be there. So it's not that, you have a problem, but you need to have a right strategy. And I think, I'm sure you would have got certain right strategy in your coaching with during interaction with me.
Yes. So, for example, as I told you, I was a person. Even now, I am not completely out of, but I'm improving. I'm sure, and I'm confident that I'm improving. I can see that I am improving. But an earlier Mahesh would have been very, very, negative self-talk, being too hard on myself, that kind of attitude. But for example, one technique that you mentioned was physiology. Change your physiology, and that will immediately reflect on all the other aspects of your personality, and that really helped me. That is one strategy wise. Whenever I get into a problem, the first thing I do is that.
Okay.
So just change your physiology and you are completely in a different trajectory altogether.
Absolutely. Yeah. So because many times our feelings and emotions and physiology, they all connected to each other, and people, because of thoughts and feelings, their body language also looks it gets affected.
Right.
Really, Mahesh, I think you have shared quite a lot of information for the benefit of users. Okay. So if I ask you, like, one success strategy which you would like to use, which you have learned and you want to use it forever, what is that success strategy would be?
Do I have the freedom to just explain two?
Yeah, no issues. You can.
Okay. So first,
you can even explain more also, three also.
First and foremost, I feel is one has to love oneself.
Okay.
We do that maybe subconsciously, but knowingly or unknowingly, we inflict ourselves too much. We are too hard on oneself. So first thing is that you learn to pat on your back. You learn to recognize yourselves. Even in Bhagavad Gita, I think there is a wording where it effectively means that you are your biggest enemy and you are your biggest foe, as well as you are your biggest friend.
Very nicely said. Because many times we don't love ourselves and we treat ourselves as enemy. There is no outside enemy for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
I think that recognition is very, very important. That you love yourselves, recognize yourselves. You see yourselves with a high standard. You try to improve yesterday's you to today's you. It is never a competition with anybody outside, right? It's always improving yourselves.
Okay.
So that is one thing. Second, that is one very important strategy which I felt in my case to be very effective. Second one is be the cause in the matter. So I could have sat there telling that I'm totally helpless and never sought for any help. But then I thought that, okay, there is something that I can do, and I try to approach a coach like you.
Okay.
After coming to the coaching session itself, you were very specific about taking actions and about thinking how can you improve the situation wherever it be.
Okay.
That actually turned the whole thing 180 degrees. So be the cause in the matter, be it at home, in your relationship, maybe it is in business, maybe it is in career, wherever it is, be the cause in that matter. That attitude makes a lot of difference.
Yes.
Basically, you are trying to serve the people around you, right?
Absolutely.
So that makes a lot of difference.
Okay.
These two, I would say, are the key to my transformation.
Okay. So I think we are coming to the end of the interview, and we had a very nice interaction with you, Mahesh. So if I ask you your confidence level and belief, how do you see yourself from here onwards?
I have started seeing more colors in my life. That is what I have to say. That tells everything, right? Confidence has improved.
Okay.
I see things more positively, more optimistically. I see the good things in a relationship.
Okay. Very.
I started feeling more love. For example, my wife herself told the other day that nowadays you seem to be more loving. So people around me also has started recognizing that, which is
okay. Yeah, that's very important because you start projecting that vibe to each and everyone. Because when you feel good about yourself, when you start feeling positive about yourself, you start projecting that to others.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, very nice, Mahesh. Thank you for expressing all your thoughts and sharing your experiences. And I really thank you once again.
Yeah, thank you, Niranjan. In fact, for me also, right, it is more about, I mean, it's about both of us. In fact, for me, the whole aim of when you told about such a session, my aim was if these thought process that I went through, if I share these things, if somebody else get a benefit, I wanted that benefit to happen.
Yeah, so that is very, very important because when you share, I don't know how many people will it reaches, and it is you helping others also to change and
At least one person in this world is changing or getting a better life because of this experience being shared.
yeah,
I would be more than happy about it.
yeah, because Gandhi says, you be the change. So like that, you are acting as a change agent. I really appreciate the attitude and the intention what you have. Thank you, Mahesh. Thanks
Thank you,
once again.
Niranjan. Thanks. Thank you.